Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Now that we had our 40-minute gossip session, because I haven't seen you in over a week.
I know. Hi.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
I just got back from vacation.
How many texts did I get on Friday? What, no podcast today? And I was like, no, man, Mare's gone. She took off for the week. We didn't record.
Yep, we took a week off. It was nice. I went and saw my son. He turned 21, so we went on a gambling boat and celebrated our 23rd anniversary.
Yes. Amazing.
Yay. Very exciting. It was a good weekend. We stayed 8 days, and I was like, nope. You know, I didn't even, so every Sunday I get an update on my phone, and it says, your screen time was down 39%.
Oh, wow. Mine says you used your phone 2.5 more hours than you did last week.
Julia's was down 81%.
Holy
That's how much
shit.
we just
enjoyed
the week and didn't keep, so I barely took any photos.
Yeah.
I went to go post, and it was like, I was like, oh man, it's going to be a photo dump. There was like 5.
I know.
Maybe 10.
I got like 6 good snaps from
that.
you.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I just really was in the moment. It was good. But I did that on purpose. I was thinking about this when I worked where we met and then worked at the next place and then came to this place. It's been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably 12 years that I actually took a week off where no one sent me a message from work.
Yeah.
Like they respect people taking time.
Right.
Like you put your out of office on, you're gone. Yeah. Like we'll handle it. And when you come back, write everybody back, email everybody back. So it was nice to not, only twice.
See, my problem is
I replied to a message.
We have group messages, and I'll turn off notifications for that when I'm on vacation because I'm like, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
But then I forget to turn it back on.
Whoops. Then you get a 2-week vacation. Nothing wrong with that. Don't you have like 6 weeks anyways for the year?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, man. Can we talk about spell check and how it's ruining all of us? So I've told this story before.
I don't know how to spell anything because it automatically goes in.
So we put a meme out that it said, it's never duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? When we're talking.
Right.
Personal. But for work, I know I mentioned this before, but I'll never forget it. The first time I ever had to email someone at corporate, her name was Trisha. And I go to hit that send button and it turned her name to Twinkie. I know I mentioned that before, but it just absolutely ruined me. And I wrote back and I was like, OMG, nice to meet you. And I'm so sorry for my spell check. My phone does it worse than my computer.
Yes.
So
because
today,
you use your phone a lot and you make weird words.
Yeah, right. Like so then it's like trying to decide what you really mean in your sentence.
When I type your, I just do you are, your.
Yes.
Your.
Yes, right.
So then today I said something about like when I come over. And it typed IVER, and so then it made it Iverson, and I was like, "When the fuck have I ever typed Iverson? How did it not figure out over from Ivor when I come Ivor?" So they're not as smart as we think they are.
So today I felt very bad for someone.
This was a good one.
In a division. I wrote to everyone and I said, can you please do a price check for me? Just blah, blah, blah. So they were quick. They wrote back in like an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm reading through it and he goes, here you go. Here's your prick check.
Your prick check. I said there wasn't a photo of a pee-pee. Here's your prick check.
There were photos, but not of a prick. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if he like reads back, because I'm someone that reads back my emails all the time.
They're sent. The damage is done.
I send like I did today. So I wrote something and then realized that like the first line, I must have gotten interrupted and didn't finish the first line. And it was kind of important. Like
you missed a word in there.
I missed a word and a date. So then I wrote back to everyone. There was like 20 people on there. I said, I am so sorry. That first line should read, and so I am someone that rereads emails sometimes twice just to be sure I'm coming over. Like I know you're never ever supposed to put emotion to text or emails.
Right.
And so I try to write as if, how would someone take what I'm writing?
Yeah.
So I'll write it, I'll send it, and then in my head, I'll go, oh man, what did that sound like?
Do you read it in different emotions?
I read it in different emotions.
See that we've talked about this before. I use a lot of exclamation points.
So that's like
because
an excitement.
I'm like, this is great. Yeah. I can't wait. I'll send it right over.
Do you know if I have my earbuds in and you send me a text, the words go up. Yeah. Like it actually will say, Cass wrote you and said, this is great. Like
Because it's always 3 exclamation points. I wonder if people get annoyed with my exclamation
Absolutely
points.
not. No, I like that better because I know that you're excited.
Yeah.
If you don't put anything on the back, I'm like, oh, it's one of those days. Or
I just put LOL all in lowercase with nothing behind it.
Yes.
And you're just like,
okay, I'm going to leave her alone for now.
Okay. Because what could LOL mean besides laugh out loud? That would be like terrible. It'd be like leave.
Well, it's as bad as sending a prick check.
Leave alone.
Yeah, that's probably what it would be.
Leave
so the next time you go to write alone, it's going to say alone. You just ruined your phone for that.
Oh, that's all right.
So yeah, I felt bad for that person, but I was like, I hope they just got a good laugh. One time, they accidentally put me on an email.
Ooh.
Like someone else had sent something and I wrote back and I said, thanks everyone, I got what I needed. And the person replied all and said something, and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't
bad, but
I just wrote back to that person. I was like, I'm so sorry. And he immediately called me.
Oh my God.
He was like, oh my gosh, we just tried to he tried to step back a little bit, but I actually trusted what he was saying. Like, we try to compete and who can get it to you first and stuff like that, which I actually believe because I came from that company. So I get what he was saying.
Remember when I was texting in the group message and I didn't know you were in it because we were planning your going away party, and I'm like, what kind of cake should we get for Meredith? And then you answered, and I was horrified. That's the worst thing ever.
Oh, God. And the feeling, if you've never done it before, you may not understand this, but the feeling of the dread and the sweat, and your face turns red, and you're like, oh my God, did I just send that? It's happened a couple times.
Oh, that's
happened
funny.
a couple times to me where people reply all, and then all of a sudden my phone's ringing, and I'm like, no, you're gonna just sit in that.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I hate people that reply all. I hate it. Unless it's meant for everybody to see.
Right. Unless it's a question for all.
You know, if the boss sends out a email and says, hey guys, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a great holiday. And then everybody says, yes,
Merry
everybody,
Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Holidays,
Thank you.
whatever.
Love you.
Yeah.
But when it's like, hey,
gonna need you to.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, sure, no problem. No, I don't care how you respond.
Just respond back to the sender.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't hit reply all. You just hit reply.
So we have a habit, and I don't know if this is all companies, but we always put like thanks received. Like if it's just a statement, so
you want them to know that you got it.
But usually my received will align, or thanks received just goes to the person sending, unless everyone else on that email needs to know that we're aligned on our team.
Right.
So I
do the thumbs up a lot
because they say don't reply with thanks or received or anything like that. Reply with a solution. But sometimes you have to just they're just letting you know that they're seeing something or that they're
not necessarily asking you to fix a problem.
It's not, yes.
They're
like
just,
years ago I was told if it's a
information.
question, respond back. If it's a statement, don't respond back with thank you, received. People don't like that. But
apparently times have changed.
Times have changed again. So I always I don't know if people find me annoying. They probably do, but I don't care. At least I'm acknowledging that I'm aligned. I see it. We're good to go. You shouldn't have any more problems.
Group text messages, I just do thumbs up.
They
say, hey, check this, make sure it's all good, thumbs up.
Yeah, right. That's perfect.
Perfect. And then you don't put the responses in the text message. If it's not good and you have to let them know about it, you either send an email or a separate text.
Yes, agreed.
Don't put it in the group message. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. So you were talking about how tan I was.
Dude, you're so tan. The whole fam. It's a fam tan.
We enjoyed the beach.
Yeah.
We enjoyed
jealous. I haven't even been to Florida yet this year. I'm so jealous.
Well, we have something coming up and we're very excited.
Know.
And we're going to do a live. We're going to do a live. Yeah, of course.
On the beach.
Of course, we have
Cloping
to.
on the beach.
We're going to be there on Friday. We're going to have to. So.
Can you all forgive us if we get drunk and go live in a bar one night? Oh my God. Like, we'll be at the bar like, tell us your worst story about terrible customers. And they'll be like, you, shut up. Go home. But we're good tippers.
We're not going to share where we're going, and we won't share when for safety, but just look for it in the next few weeks, let's say.
I can't let my husband's girlfriend know when I'm going to be out of town.
Absolutely not, no.
Only, though, if she comes clean the house, then I'll let her know.
Yeah. Sweep the floors.
Yeah.
Take care of the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... No, don't do that. Don't do that.
He's not even like a puppy anymore. He's getting so big.
I know.
He's so big.
no one's gonna believe this, but I have not met Nikki. I know.
He would like just annoy you though. He's so jumpy and bitey.
But he's so cute.
He's so fucking cute.
I love puppies.
He's the cutest when he's tired and he cuddles with you.
We were at this amazing barbecue place in Florida last week. Fantastic.
Did they have fake meat for you?
As I was just going to say, as a matter of fact, they had a beautiful Greek salad that Julie and I both got. We got some fries and they had smoked green beans.
Oh.
It was delish.
Yum.
Man, I can't think of the
why
name
they were
right
probably
now.
Good? Those smoked green beans, they probably had meat drippings on them.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Don't tell Julia. Wait, she listens.
Sorry, Julia.
I'm sure it was so good that way.
A little bit of meat juice ain't gonna kill you.
So her and I have a conversation the next day, and she was just like, I'm starting to think that maybe, it's time to have a little more fun with, she goes, because everyone's sandwiches, barbecued pork and all this looked so great. And I looked down at this big ass stupid salad. So I don't know.
Just break
she might
yourself
be changing
in, Julia, because let me tell you go for a whole slab of ribs and you're going to be in the bathroom for a couple days. After like 12 years of no meat.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Things might be changing in this house. We'll see.
We'll break you in easy. I'll break you in easy. I'll make you like a ham dinner or something. I just made that over the weekend.
For those that don't just eat salads, it is so hard. You walk in, you can smell the barbecue, and it's so amazing. So then we just get like French fries or like the green beans with the meat drippings.
Yeah.
But we eat our big salads. Yeah. But every once in a while, it would just be nice to enjoy that. Barbecue pork.
See, that's my problem is like I need to go in there and have a salad, and just some green beans. But no, I go for like the meat trio. Like I get the ribs, chicken, and pulled pork, or brisket.
I think that's something that Steve got. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So good.
Yeah. So good.
Can't stop.
So speaking of places.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about the 10 most lucrative tourist attractions in the world.
I'm wondering, I'm going to guess number 1.
Oh, yeah. Please do.
Scuba diving.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Right.
I have a hair on my microphone.
I know. I see you keep picking at it.
I can see it, but then I can't grab it. I don't know what's happening, but it keeps...
Is it on your lip?
Yeah.
Hey, did you notice this on my lip?
Yeah, what is it?
That was a huge zit this whole weekend. I think yesterday in the shower, I got it to pop.
Are you sure it wasn't herpes?
No, it's not herpes. Jeez.
I also have 25 top tourist attractions in the U.S. and 25 top-rated tourist attractions in the world. So I'm sure there's going to be some that are the same.
Okay.
But let's start with most lucrative.
Lucrative tourist attractions. I'm going to say number 1 is scuba diving.
I love that. It's Niagara Falls. Don't scuba dive in Niagara Falls. But it is water, so you were correct. The U.S.-Canadian border, for those that aren't familiar, Niagara Falls falls on number 1.
Huh.
SmartCurrencyExchange.com is sharing this.
I've never been to Niagara Falls.
I am absolutely going to say this wrong. Burj
Let me look at it.
Khalifa, Dubai?
It's just Dubai.
It's just Dubai. It's just Dubai.
Dubai is like nothing but a desert with buildings and shopping.
It has the world's tallest structures.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Shopping, right?
Yes. So Burj Khalifa, oh gosh, I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, is the world's tallest structure.
That's where
that's what people go to. It's 163 floors.
Jesus.
Oh.
That's where all the rich like oil people go and they have their Tigers and their Maseratis and they shop.
So that's in like about 2 years when we're here with the podcast with our million
Y'all
listeners.
Y'all better make it happen.
Thank you.
Share our shit. We want to go to Dubai.
If we're going there, we can take everybody with us.
Yes.
So the Sydney Opera House in Sydney, Australia is number 3 on this list. Beautiful. Never been.
Yeah, never been.
I think I was looking through this last week. I was doing just a little bit of research, a little bit of work last week, not much. And I was like, nope. Like I've never been to any of these. So, but the Opera House, if you've been there, I'm sure you had a wonderful time. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Australia is scary, though. They have a lot of scary things in Australia.
Really?
Like things that will kill you. They have
like kangaroos,
crocodiles, kangaroos. The koalas will give you chlamydia.
Really?
Yes, you didn't know that?
No.
You got to wash your hands immediately after you touch a koala.
That's disgusting.
They'll give you chlamydia. They'll give you
koala-mydia.
They're qualified to give you the clap. They have huge spiders. I just saw a TikTok the other day. This chick in Australia, she had to dig frogs out of the rim of her toilet. Like every day, you got to dig the frogs out of your toilet. Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
A few weeks ago,
you had a frog in your
toilet? Normally don't. Worse. I normally don't turn on the light to use the bathroom.
Oh, God.
And for some reason, I did. And when I turned on the light, a big ass spider crawled from under the rim of my toilet to the top of the toilet. I could have sat on it.
Dude, I
was like, what?
Because we got a little warm spell. I'm laying in bed last Saturday night, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And I was hanging out with Bud and Megan, some of our number one fans.
Oh, hi guys.
And so I was pretty drunk when I went to bed.
No way, I don't believe it.
And I like woke up. I feel like the dog woke me up, like moving, and I felt something on my neck, and I just grabbed it and threw it, and was like in fear for the rest of the night. Get up, turn on the light, can't find it.
Of course,
no. So I'm like, what the fuck was it? It was a box elder bug. I found it the next
thank
day.
Goodness.
Thank God, but I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I think I got like 3 hours of sleep that night.
Just thinking that it was gonna
freaked me out. Yeah.
Can we talk about one more thing that happened? You know what? It's been a long week, right? we knew we were going to have so much stuff. I was running this morning.
Okay.
Around my loop that I always do. And I always go when it's busy because I feel safer when there's a ton of cars.
Right.
Because, I hope
someone will see you get kidnapped and hopefully help you.
Get hit and hopefully, yeah. I was looking down for a second at my phone and then I was going to put it back in because I was doing a little walking couple steps I like to take in this one section. And I look up and these cars are braking. And I'm like, well, what the heck's going on? And there was a rat. Well, okay, let me say this.
In our town, it was a rat?
Yes. By the grocery store over here.
Stop.
Okay, I'm going to say this. It was either a rat, what do they call it? Woodchuck, or like a beaver.
Okay.
But I think...
That is... Okay.
I'm sure I was trying to tell myself it was not a rat.
You know what? It might not. We do have.
Pretty sure it was though.
We have those like minks.
Didn't look like a mink.
Like a ferret.
It was not a long body.
Okay. I was hoping it was like a woodchuck or something.
And the reason why I kept
we have
muskrats. That's the other one I was thinking of. I was telling myself that, but the tail was pointy like a rat. So he or she must have been running towards me and then the cars, because I was not paying attention. And then it stopped because a car, like a Mustang, went over it. So it decided to go the other way away from me.
Oh, thank God.
But I stopped because this big truck was coming and he could not move over. And I thought he is going to hit this thing. It's going to come running after me because it's hit. And it's going to, I was like all these emotions going through. And it finally turned the other way and the cars allowed it to go to the grocery store, which I'm guessing it went and ate in one of the dumpsters. So thank goodness it didn't nibble on my calf. It went over to the grocery store.
Can you imagine?
But now I have a new fear.
What did your face look like to that truck? You were like,
I tried to stay very calm, but inside I was like, oh my God.
I cannot hide emotion from my face. My face.
I think I was in so much shock that in my mind I was thinking, where am I running?
Oh my God.
Where am I going to go if this thing starts
up on top of a car?
Yeah, what am I going to do? There were so many cars because it was during school time, it was around that time where there were so many cars. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I think that's what it was. It was the face of, what do I do next?
We do live near a lot of cornfields.
We do.
And rats are very common in the barns.
I should not be surprised, but I absolutely
We all read Charlotte's Web, right? We know about the rat.
Yeah.
There's always rats in barns.
Yep.
So.
I know. I don't know why I was surprised, but it's because I normally do not see that.
No.
I see deer. I've had deer come.
Turkeys?
Yeah. Yes. I've had deer come just feet away from me because they're running across and not knowing that I'm just going straight.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's scary. That is
scary.
Very scary.
Because they'll knock your ass down and step on you and break your leg and
absolutely and not care.
Not care.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yes.
I had that deer that ran right into the side of my car when I was doing 55 miles an hour. I can't believe it didn't die.
Yeah. And then we have that kind of crazy guy or I don't know if he's crazy, but he's got a lot of warrants out right now for his arrest. That keeps hanging around here.
I saw that on Facebook the other day.
So I told Julia that I went for a run this morning and she was like, oh, did they catch that guy? Why are you out by yourself?
But doesn't he have weird drunk assault charges and stuff?
I don't
even know.
I know his family's on there trying to find him and stuff too.
That's sad.
There's something going on there.
Yeah.
So, but that's just usually I worry about that kind of stuff. I never worry about a rat or something like that. So now I'm going to have unlocked a new fear that I'm going to have to just carefully run through and pay attention at all times.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's go back to our list.
After we talked about Australia. Australia got us on the freaking the rats and all the scary things.
In the UK, they have Oxford University.
So I always thought that Oxford was in the U.S. like Yale.
Oh,
and I'm an idiot.
No, I don't know if I would even know. If someone said Oxford University, I would say, good for you. I'm glad you went.
I'm going to say the last place I want to go when I travel is college.
College towns?
Like a college. Isn't Oxford a college?
Yeah, it is.
Right?
So it's a university. It has one of the oldest libraries in Europe and the second largest library in the UK.
All right. I mean, I would go for the library.
See, I could see that you would do that. That's very, very cool. So this one is in Paris, France. This is number 5. It's called the Louvre. Is that how you say it?
Louvre. The
Louvre. The Louvre. Okay, so I don't pronounce the R. The
Correct.
Louvre.
It's
okay,
the Louvre.
Thank you.
That's a lot of artwork,
Best attended art museum in the world. That would be something I would like to do.
I would like that
So we'll
too.
go visit a university for you with our super big library, and then we would go to an art museum for me.
That's after shopping in Dubai.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With all our listeners, because we are going to make it in a year or two. The Empire State Building is number 6 in New York City.
New York City.
So yeah, that's I think a lot of people are familiar with that. Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City.
Oh, I was going to say in Chicago.
Yes, I believe we went to that when we were in New York.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm almost positive we did. That is number 7. And number 8 is in Spain. It's the Sagrada Familia.
I don't know what that is.
Okay,
it looks
so
like a church.
One of the most unique and recognizable churches in the world is there. Yep. Let's hit a couple more. We got 2 more. So this is the 10 most lucrative tourist attractions. So I just wanted to remind everybody that. Number 9 is the Colosseum, Italy.
Rome. Yeah. I could see that.
It's impossible to think of the city of Rome without picturing the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the original like football game. I'm doing air quotes, football game, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where everybody gathered on the weekends or whatever to be entertained.
Yep.
So they didn't think about shitty politics that was happening around them. Just keep them entertained.
They say it's a great experience and you learn all about the city of Rome's ancient history.
Yeah.
And then number 10, Navy Pier, Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bunch.
I've only been there a few times.
Yeah.
But that's a fun place. If you've ever been to Chicago, go check it out.
We went one year for 4th of July to see the fireworks at Navy Pier and wholly packed, but it was amazing.
So this one actually brings just as many visitors as the Louvre. 9.2 million people visit every year.
A pretty, favorite city of people.
I wonder
traveling.
if the Bean is right up there as well. But you know what? You can't
make money off the Bean.
You can't make money, so it's not lucrative. But I bet those same 9.2 million go take a picture by the Bean.
They have those Facebook pages where it's like they have a day. And they call it Go Flick the Bean.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they put I don't want to say adult toys. They stick them to the bean.
Oh my gosh.
Because do you
know the craziest pages?
I do.
Mine are like flowers and running. And you're like
sick.
dildos and
Mine's
adult toys on the bean.
So, the guy who created the bean hates that we call it the bean. Have you heard this story?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I love this.
So the artist that created the bean, I don't know his name. I don't know if you can Google that for me while I'm talking. So the artist that created the bean, he absolutely hates that we called it the bean. And I'm pretty sure there was, what do we got?
Anish Kapoor.
And I think it was this other artist that we really made it public to call it the bean because it's in a bean shape, right? It's a silver bean if you don't know what it is.
So actually he named it Cloudgate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And everybody called it the bean and he hates it. So he also tried to create the blackest black paint. Right?
Oh.
And I think he did create a very black paint, like the blackest black that you could buy as an artist, right? So he wanted to patent it and make millions and this and that because I feel like sometimes artists are just kind of snobby like that, right? So this other guy said, F you, I'm going to create the blackest black paint and I'm going to give it away and like let every artist have it. So that's when that guy really got
Anish
like
Kapoor.
He was kind of put on the back burner. Nobody really cared for him anymore because he's kind of a dick.
Oh.
So yeah. I wish I knew the other guy's name that made the blackest black. I read a whole like Reddit thread about it, and it's a pretty funny story because the guy who also created the blackest black paint like just did it out of spite. You know, just because he was Anish Kapoor was trying to profit so much off of it, and it's like artists should have, you know, access to all of these things, you know. So yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting story.
Little bean history.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. So now this one is not lucrative. This is just top tourist attractions in the U.S.
Okay.
Just in the U.S.
Top tourist attractions. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to say number 1 is, what is that big hole? Grand Canyon.
Okay, very good. I was going to say, so number 25 is, so this is from Touropia. Touropia.com.
Touropia.
I don't know why they have to call things like that. I cannot speak as it is. Touropia.com. 25 top tourist attractions in the U.S. We probably won't get through all of these, but number 25 is Mount Rushmore.
The presidents.
Yes.
The presidents.
So who's on there? Do you know?
It is George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Roosevelt.
Yep, one more.
And Lincoln.
Yes.
I can't believe I knew that.
Well done.
I can't believe it.
Well done. So I have been to this one. This is a very neat place. This is Pike Place Market in Seattle.
I've never been there.
Or Public Market. I always call it Public Market.
I want to go there.
Yep. Very, very fun. It's a outdoor market.
That's on my
so
bucket
much
list.
great food. Yeah. So much great food.
And they toss the fish.
It overlooks the waterfront of Elliott Bay in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Amazing. Pike Place Market. Number 23 is Venice Beach in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
Another place to maybe go check out.
Isn't that like where in all the movies they're like skateboarding? Or, not skateboarding, but like
roller skating and stuff. Sure of it. With all the wood.
And then they got the bodybuilders are always out there on the beach.
Oh my God, we need to live there.
And yeah.
We should be out there.
Yeah, right. It's probably like awful living there.
It says no visit to Los Angeles is complete without a trip to Venice Beach.
Okay. We'll go there one day.
Yeah, we will. Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde. Arizona?
It's a national park in Colorado.
Oh.
I actually, when I was reading this, thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, this is in Arizona. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Mesa Verde. That sounds very...
It's a national park in Colorado.
I would have guessed Arizona or New Mexico.
Many of these homes, which are carved right from caves and rock faces, date back to the early 13th century.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And Central Pueblo. Fenwell Hall in Boston is number 21.
I don't know what that is.
This is like mentioned a lot, so I didn't know how to say it because it is spelled Faneuil. Fenwell. So I actually looked it up. How do you speak it? So it was actually showing like President Obama saying it, different people and how they were saying it on a YouTube video, which was very interesting because it must be something that's mispronounced wrong often. So they had the YouTube on it.
It's like they're all wrong.
It's the most historic destinations in Boston, a city already full of heritage, is Fenwell Hall Marketplace, also known as Cradle of Liberty.
Okay.
Early 18th century structure served as a space where early leaders gathered to fight against oppression in the years before and during the American Revolutionary War.
I've never heard of that place.
Yeah. So something else. We have so many places to go visit.
To go.
I'm ready. Number 20, Kennedy Space Center.
I've been there.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Cape Canaveral, located on the coast of Florida. We were there. We actually took the Victory Casino gambling boat.
Yes.
Is out of Cape Canaveral.
Okay.
It's a beautiful drive-in. They have free parking, and you every day they set sail, and you gamble your life away. And that's exactly what we did.
I was laughing. Steven's like, sends a Snapchat, and he's like, yeah, we're gambling. He's like, I'm going to gamble my life away. I was like, boy, you're only 21. You haven't even started yet. You got nothing to gamble away yet. Give it another 30 years.
So Steven doesn't drink.
Right.
So turning 21 for many is going out, partying, having fun, and he doesn't drink.
I had my first Bloody Mary when I was 21.
Yeah.
Never drank before that.
We had to think of something unique.
To
do. Yeah. So what he wanted to do, his birthday was Friday. He wanted to do dinner and a movie. We had to see Creed 3 in 4DX.
Yes.
Have you ever been to a 4DX?
No.
We had water sprayed on us. Our seats
oh my
move.
God.
Air blows on you.
Stop.
If you have not experienced the 4DX, please go do it. It's amazing.
Okay, I went and saw Avatar 2 in 3D, and I thought that was amazing. So
your seat moves. Like, it's actually like you go up and down. Crazy. It goes front and back.
It's like a Disney ride.
Oh, it absolutely is. We got done and Steve was like, man, I almost thought I was going to need a seatbelt. Like, it moves around so much.
I probably pee my pants.
Being a boxing movie, it was like, zoom, zoom, zoom. It like moved around. Actually, my seat bones hurt the next day.
Your seat?
Yeah. Like, because the air kept hitting my hair. Yeah, my seat bones. They were like so sore. I got under like our little SUV. I'm like, oh my God, my seat bones hurt. Because it bounces you around so much. And then when like they would do an uppercut in the movie of Creed, we saw Creed, and when they would do an uppercut, like water would shoot out, so it would be like you were getting their sweat on you.
Their spit and sweat.
Oh, Steve loved it. Someone that doesn't like germs. He shut that shit right off. The first time it happened, he was like, absolutely not. There's a button and you can shut the water off. And the first time that it blew air, so every time they would punch forward, it would blow air either through, like from the back, from your right or left side. And the first time I saw him sit up and turn around, like, who just sneezed on me? It was excellent. Such a great time. So anyways, he wanted to do that. He wanted to do dinner and a movie. And then we wanted to make something special because it was our anniversary and his 21st. Yes. So we thought, let's go on a cruise. So we did the cruise. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's fun.
So again, also on this list, Navy Pier.
Wait. Before you continue.
Go ahead.
I Snapchatted you and said, if you really want to make Steven's 21st birthday, Jason was sending snaps of the wet t-shirt contest from Bike Week in Daytona.
Yes. And I don't even think I responded to you. I went right to Jay's stories and I was like, let me see.
I was like, take Steven over there for his 21st birthday. And let me tell you, your husband would have loved that too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Place is packed like sardines. People sweating, drinking, smoking cigarettes. Oh, your husband would have loved it.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's great.
So they talk about Navy Pier again, and then number 18 is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Ooh, that would be fun.
So that's on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina.
I would like to walk around in there, but you gotta watch out. Okay, first of all, for skinwalkers, right?
What is that?
Anywhere near the Appalachian Mountains, you got the skinwalkers. You're not supposed to talk about them, so I'm sorry if you're listening to this anywhere near the Appalachian Mountains. But if you hear anything outside, no, you didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So it's an Indian, I believe, like a Native American Indian, if you want to call it old wives' tale. But, you know, I feel like every group has their ghosts, right?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Right? Like, you know.
And when you're saying skinning, like skinning? Like
no,
skin
a
you?
skinwalker.
Oh,
so
skinwalker.
they call them that. I should stop saying it. Sorry, guys.
I don't even know. I've never even heard of this.
Things. Supposedly they can morph into different things. A lot of people say they try to lure you out to the woods. So, but also like bobcats make very weird noises. Yeah. Sounds like a child screaming sometimes. So, you know, if you're outside after dark and you think you hear somebody saying, help me in the woods, no, you didn't. Like, you just go inside and you ignore it, you know?
Okay.
I've seen a lot of TikToks about it. It was like for a long time.
I'm shutting off my phone right now because I am not getting that on my algorithm. Absolutely.
And they're not scary ones.
Absolutely not. Nope. I am literally shutting my phone off right now.
It would be like, you know, these people from that area and they, you know, and it's like, oh, when your friend spends the night and they're not from the area. And it's like, hey, bro, look at that coyote out there. And it's like, oh, yeah, there's coyotes everywhere. And he's like, why is he walking on only 2 legs? And it's like, get away from the window.
Oh, my gosh.
Scary.
What?
Anyways, I bet they live there.
Hey. All right. Not planning any hiking.
I always got to come
year.
with the weird history.
I love it. Your weird history is my favorite. My favorite. And many others.
It's because I read so many weird books when I was a kid. I need to keep reading books. I miss reading books.
So the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they got going on there?
There's a few attractions. There's a walk, a river walk.
There's a walk. You can walk on the river.
Fascinating architecture, lush greenery, and water views.
All right.
Sounds like I could do it for like one day, and
maybe
then
you could go tubing. Go tubing.
Yeah, and it looks like so. This picture that they have here are boats. So it looks like maybe there's like a captain of a small little ship that can. It almost looks like maybe Italy. Carlsbad Caverns.
Okay, so I'm not a fan of caves. Because
absolutely not.
I don't want to get stuck somewhere.
No.
I don't want bats to fly at me.
Absolutely not.
I bet there's some real creepy fucking spiders in there.
I need the ceiling to be open.
Yeah. Same.
Open.
Same.
Well,
at least we can agree on that. We won't ever go anywhere like that.
So I am watching. I know a lot of people are going to be like, "What? You've never seen this?" But I am watching Prison Break.
Yes,
for the first time ever.
You've been watching that for a while now too.
Steven's been telling me, "Mom, you got to watch it. It's really good. I think you'll like it." Yes, I love it. I love it
all the way from beginning to end.
Yes, I love it because one of the actors is in The Dark Knight, and we love The Dark Knight, and I love. I can't think of his name right now. So right now. I'm on season 4, episode 12. So I'm sure you're familiar with that. I'm getting there. I only watch like 3 a week because I don't want it ever to end.
Right.
I want it to last forever. And the main character is going through brain surgery, and they have him down in a basement, and all the walls are silver. And he has to stay in this room until the team that he's on, and I don't want to give it away in case y'all are going to watch it, has to find something. And it's like a trade-off, right? My anxiety of watching him sit in this silver box with, like there's no windows.
Yeah.
Like envisioning myself yesterday as I'm watching it going, I wonder if I asked the boss, can you just take me upstairs to see the windows? If he would tell me no.
Yeah.
And it was, so going into a cavern.
Yeah.
A cave.
So I'll tell you.
I can't even imagine.
If you have that much anxiety from Prison Break, don't ever watch Ozarks because it's like pure anxiety for 4 seasons.
I have to shut it off sometimes and then just go on TikTok or watch a comedy or listen to music.
I kind of get the same way with shows.
Especially when they torture people.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Or if it's like a horrible scene. Like I've seen movies where people get like essayed.
Yeah.
Assaulted,
yes.
And it's like, it's hard for me. I
have to fast forward
we're like empaths.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it's like, even though we know sometimes it's not real, like it's real to us, I can't.
I'm sure the actors and actresses would be very happy to hear that because we're feeling it.
Yes.
That means that they're doing their job,
Do you know,
right?
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Wild Things. It's from like...
Oh, yeah.
With Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how much I hated Kevin Bacon for years after that movie?
Yeah.
And then I was like, he really did a good
Man, that's a really good movie. I forgot about that one.
It's a really good movie, but like, it, again, gives me pure anxiety. Yes. Like even watching Scream when I was younger.
Yeah, that was on the other night.
I would have the worst anxiety. Me and Johnny were watching a movie one day, and it has Russell Brand in it. I don't know what it's called, but he like, what the hell is it called? Because it's about like road rage. Like some lady honks at him, and then he follows them and kidnaps the son and this and that, or kidnaps that. And I had to walk away. I go, Johnny, I can't watch this anymore. Like my anxiety is through the roof. I can't watch it.
So Julie and I were talking about the movies that it's only the actor.
Yeah.
And then they're either on the phone. And so you're picturing what's happening. You're hearing the voices. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is on one where he's a dispatcher.
Yeah.
And so you never see the people that are calling in or that he's calling.
Yes.
It's a wife and a husband and a kid and all that. That also gives me anxiety. Or when it's just the actor, I think it's Ryan Reynolds maybe. He's in a box.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
I think.
Johnny was just watching that the other day.
He's underground in a box in Iraq, I believe, or Iran, and it's just him.
Yeah,
it's just him the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like I kind of had to fast forward it because I was like, oh my god.
I have to get up and walk.
Was
away
it Ryan
and come
Reynolds?
Back.
I think it was.
I can't remember, but I remember Johnny watching a movie where a guy was in a box.
We're gonna have to talk to 2 chicks talking flicks and have them pick some movies out where it's just like the single person in there and you're picturing everything else around it. But so let's skip a few.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the French Quarter in New Orleans.
I want to go there so bad.
I love it there. I've been there many times.
I want to go there so
We would
bad.
have an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Bourbon Street's amazing. For those that have never been, it's super fun. Mardi
Doesn't it smell
Gras.
like pee though.
They wash maybe during the night, but every morning the shop owners, the bar owners are out there and they're washing.
Yeah.
They're washing
all the piss away.
Yep. They're refreshing for the day. They have beignets and coffee.
It's pretty much the only reason I want to go there.
Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. Yeah. So yeah, super fun. Go see that place. I'm going to skip just a few because I want to go to Walt Disney World in Orlando.
Never been. Don't want to go.
I've been there once with my family. I can't. It was Walt Disney World in Orlando. I know there's Disneyland and
California.
Yep.
And then what do they call the one? I think they got one in like Korea or something. Or
I'm sure.
China or something.
Yeah.
But I've never really wanted to go to Disney. I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to go, but since I've been an adult, like meh. Yeah, that's a family, kids.
We never took the kids.
I know there's Disney adults. You know, you could probably get a group of adults to go, but I'm just like, no. We got Great America. We talked about that before.
We do.
I'll go to Great America and
we do.
stay in line for an hour and a half.
You want to hear something funny? So I know this is a retail podcast, so we probably should talk a little bit about retail. So Steven was just telling me, and they do this at Walt Disney World. They learn how to do this. He says that he was doing something and he went to go like point and he goes, oh, actually it's 3 fingers or 4 fingers forward. Like, so when you're going to show someone something, you don't use 1 finger to point. You use all 4 digits. You have stage hands and you say.
You have princess wave hand.
Princess wave hands, but going forward, like, please go this way. And it was funny. He caught himself because he was like, it's over there. He goes, I mean, it's over there. And he was like, it's 3 fingers or it's 4 fingers. And I remember them talking about that at Disneyland. Disney World, the actors or actresses.
Dude, they have some strict, weird
and you have to walk
there.
the person over to where you just don't point. Or if you do because you're in your spot, you use your 4 fingers. It was funny because Steven was just telling us about that.
We were told that in retail also. Don't point to where it is. Take them to the item.
Yeah, and I do.
I do. The item.
Even when I'm shopping and somebody walks up to me thinking that I work there, I don't know how.
All the time.
Because I have a cart, my purse, my jacket.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you help me find the eggs?
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
They see you looking at something on the shelf. And I had a lady today. I'm fixing up the shelf, right? So I can take a picture. And I hear her behind me. And I was like, oh, here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. And I turned around and it was this very nice lady. She just wanted to get something on the other side of me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you? I don't work here. But can I help you? And then she was like, oh, and she was so sweet. And I was like, oh.
But use your words. Use your words.
Oh, yes. Just say, hello, I'm behind you.
Instead of clearing your throat, why don't you just blow a fart? Then I would know that you're there, It's just as bad.
I'm waiting for the day that somebody says, bitch, get out of my way. Because I always when I'm in the way of people, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm in your way. Just tell me to get out of your way. And they go, we would never do that. And I'm like,
do you know that's our #1 episode?
Yeah.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
Bitch.
Get out the way. I mean, it's by doubled. It's doubled crazy. What any other episode.
That is crazy.
I know.
Did I listen to it? I started from the beginning. I don't think I've made it.
Yeah,
no,
I did. Is our #1 episode.
I did
Everyone
listen
likes
to
that.
it because I wanted to snap you and tell you that it really is freaking hilarious. Like our first 4 episodes, we laughed so much. Like we were making fun of when we had Kevy on, and you had to cut out some of his laughter.
Oh my god!
Because we laughed so much. Like
that was
we
so
were
much
pure
fun.
laughter. Our first 4 episodes.
So much fun.
So funny.
I did so much editing, so much cutting, so much cutting. Now I just let it roll.
Yeah.
Let's do just 2 more. Just 2 more. We got plenty of time. The Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah, that's a fun time.
Have you been there?
I have. I got married there. I got married on the Strip at the Little Whitechapel, and it was amazing.
Let's go one more. I'm trying to look at Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
Yep.
I ran a marathon there.
That's crazy.
And ran over the bridge.
That's crazy.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's a long bridge.
Absolutely beautiful. So much fun. Yep, so much fun. Yellowstone is on here as well. Yep. And let's go one more. Manhattan. Yeah,
which is an island. Do you all know that Manhattan is an island?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that
I've never been
either.
there.
No matter what, you have to cross a bridge to get to Manhattan. 9/11 was in New York City, right?
Yep.
And people were worried about getting stuck in Manhattan.
Oh, makes sense.
They were fleeing Manhattan because they thought, oh my God, we're next.
We're surrounded by water.
Right.
Oh,
and there's no way to get off if like the bridges go out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want you to read number 1.
What is number 1? Grand Canyon. I knew it.
You knew it.
Everybody wants to go see the big hole in the earth.
Have you ever been?
Nope.
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't either.
Nope.
Well, not much retail today.
No, we just talked about travel.
But actually, if you think about it,
we're going to be rich and we're going to travel everywhere.
If you think about it, it takes millions of people to have these places run and do the tourist and the, buy the tickets and all that kind of stuff. So really, this is retail. It's people are all working at these places.
I want to tell you that I always watch TikTok and I always talk about it.
Yep.
So I saw a TikTok the other day and this lady was talking about if you go to Italy, be careful of scammers. Right?
Yes.
So
you sent this to me, I believe.
Did I send it to you?
I'm almost positive. I can picture her. She was standing right in front of not the Eiffel Tower, but the Colosseum.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Right.
And she said, in Italy, you have to watch for people. They'll say like, "Oh, I'll take you on a tour." Then they take your money and they ditch you. But she said when she went to Japan, if somebody offered you help, take it. So her and her friends were in Japan, and this older gentleman said, I'll take you around to the attractions. And they were kind of like, And she was like, one of my friends said, if in Japan, like if they offer help, take it. And this older gentleman, he was not affiliated with anybody, nothing. He was just a older man that liked to go out for walks in the morning, and he would find people and say, I'll take you around. And he would pick up tourists, drop them off at their hotels, like just walking with them. And showing them, this is where this happened, and this is this building, and like he loves his city, and it was a way for him to get out of the house every morning. So if you're anywhere else, watch out for scammers. But if you're in Japan and you're walking around and someone says, let me show you, go with them.
Now, do you think he takes the chance of maybe making some money?
I'm sure.
Or do you think he does it like because
I'm sure,
what else is he going to do with his day?
Right. I don't think that's his main.
Right.
His main goal is to go for a walk and educate some people.
Yeah,
and if they tip them, then they tip them.
I'm out there anyways. Might as well.
Or maybe he says, maybe they'll say, hey, we'd like to stop for lunch. Let us buy you lunch. Okay.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah. So
you should
just
do that
remember.
Around here.
Yeah.
Here's the high school.
Hey, everybody.
Here's the other high school.
Come see our cornfields and our big rats that run around.
Well, thanks everybody for listening.
Yay.
Talk to you next week.
Travel.
Yes, please.
Do it.
Tell us all about it.
Do it. Bye.
Bye. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.